Hi guys, so today I'm going to start sharing about fitness and health. I've been getting requests to do videos about, my exercise routine, what I eat in a day, and basically all fitness and health related stuff that I personally do. But I've been hesitant for a while now just because I feel like I'm not in the position to speak about it. I feel like I'm so far from my goals when it comes to strength, my physique, where I want to be, discipline, and just the really more like complex of it. But I realized that fitness is all about progress. It's not perfection, and if I keep on waiting for the day that I achieve those goals, then I'll end up not sharing at all. And I really want to focus more on, emphasizing progress over perfection, which is why I think I want to call it that, progress over perfection. So I want to emphasize progress over perfection. So I want to start sharing the progress, sharing my journey, sharing everything that I know, despite not being there yet, and sharing as I go. And the essence of fitness doesn't rely on perfection. It's really progress over perfection. So I want to share step by step, while I'm not there yet, how I reach my goals, how I fail at times, like being authentic about how fitness works, and that it doesn't demand perfection from you. So I'm gonna start speaking about it maybe once a month, maybe twice a month, but I am gonna regularly start speaking about it. But today we're gonna start with my fitness story, just so you know a background about me, a little bit more about me, and where I'm coming from. Ever since I was young, I've always been thin, and my parents would always get me vitamins. They'd always ask me to eat more and eat a lot. They were very concerned about my weight, so they always asked me to have vitamins, which by the way turned out to not contribute to weight gain. So the vitamins did make me healthier, but that did not contribute to my weight gain. Calories contribute to weight gain, not vitamins. And even growing up, people seemed to be concerned about my weight. I would get comments, and now that I'm grown up, I realize that these were offensive comments. People would tell me that I should eat more, or I look like a cadaver, I look like stick and bones. But back then, I really didn't care. But also, there were people who complimented me, saying that they wanted to have like my type of body. They wish that they could eat a lot like I do and not gain any weight. But yeah, high school, I didn't really care. I just enjoyed my life. But I did take advantage of the fact that genetically I am a hard gainer. I think I'm an ectomorph. Am I an ectomorph or an endomorph? I'm gonna search that up. I'm a hard gainer, and I took advantage of that by eating a lot. I took advantage of not gaining weight despite eating a lot, but I did eat a lot of junk. But even though I did not gain weight, my body definitely felt the consequences of eating unhealthy, eating a lot but eating unhealthy. So I always got sick, and I was always at the doctors. I saw lots of doctors. I was always absent. But I cared, but I didn't care that much. I mean, from time to time I would eat healthy, but I would still go back to eating junk. Eventually, as I was growing older, I was getting more into the physique. So as a 17-year-old girl, I was into, getting abs, getting fit, looking nice. So I got into working out. I used to think that doing 100 crunches at home would help, but I have a mom who's very much into fitness. So she introduced me to home programs, and I'm very lucky because my mom is into healthy eating. So at home we don't have a lot of junk. We eat chicken, we eat fish. But the problem is I stay in Manila. I stay in the city while my mom stays in the province in Laguna. So I only really get to experience the healthy lifestyle when I'm at home. But when I'm in Manila, because I go to school here, which is majority of the time, I often opt to eating junk. But I hit the gym, which is like only 30-20% of your overall fitness. So anyways, I continued living the unhealthy lifestyle. And then at 19, I got pregnant, so I had to stop working out for a while because I almost had a miscarriage. But after getting a clearance from the doctors, I started working out again. I really loved working out when I was pregnant because it gave me more energy. I didn't feel sleepy throughout the day. Before I started working out when I was pregnant, I always felt super heavy, always sleepy, very lazy. But when I started working out, I felt more energetic, which is why I think when I was pregnant, I looked healthy. I mean, I didn't only look healthy. My doctor really told me that I was healthy. That's also because I was eating healthy when I was pregnant. Anytime I craved for something, I would just take a bite and then share it with someone else rather than having a whole box of chocolate for myself. I had the balance of eating healthy while giving myself what I craved for and also worked out regularly. So when I gave birth, I got the clearance from the doctors again and I started working out again, and I was eating healthy, but somehow I was losing weight. I've always been thin, but I started losing weight, and each week I get more and more comments from relatives that I am losing weight. But then again, those comments weren't new to me. I always got called thin when I was younger, so those comments didn't really have an effect on me. Until one day I stepped on the scale and I lost too much weight. I was back to being as thin as I was in high school, which I think I already gained a few kilos in college, but I got as thin as I was in high school. I think about 41 kilos or 40 kilos. So I was wondering why I was losing weight when in fact I was eating a lot, but I was eating healthy. I did a little bit of research and it turns out that breastfeeding burns a lot of calories, and maybe I was not eating as much as I thought I was already. So I was losing weight, and another thing on top of that is because I was not getting a lot of sleep. For a year, I was super sleep deprived. I was breastfeeding my daughter, and Mark studied far away, a few hours of drive, so he didn't really sleep with me every night. So I had to stay up all night and breastfeed my daughter. So basically, my health was declining. But then again, I remained unshaken. I didn't care. I was thin my whole life. I got bad comments about my weight my whole life, so I really didn't care if I was getting any thinner. I thought maybe I just wait it out. I'll wait for her to grow up, you know, it's just a phase. I'll just wait it out and maybe I could gain a little weight again. However, I really started noticing that I was getting really thin. I've always been thin my whole life, but this was the first time ever that I personally thought to myself that, wow, girl, you are super thin. This is not good. I've had clothes that I felt good in. They used to fit me very nicely, but this time when I wore those clothes, it looked so big on me. It didn't hug my body the way it used to, and I just didn't feel confident in them anymore. And then as I was doing my makeup, so like my usual makeup routine, I rarely go out of the house, so I don't do my makeup that often. So there was this one day that I was going out, so I was doing my makeup, and then when I contoured like that, I was like, oh, I look way too sculpted. Well, I look way thinner than I wanted to. My jawline looks way more defined than I wanted to, and like, okay, maybe I am getting a little too thin or a lot too thin. But then again, I thought to myself, I'm just gonna wait it out. It's just a phase. I'm gonna get back to burning normal calories. I'm gonna get back to being healthier. So yeah, whatever, let's just wait it out. Looking good in clothes, feeling confident in clothes, looking good in contouring, and feeling confident in makeup, those things can wait, right? Then I started to notice that even I was changing. Who I was starting to change. My husband, he only came home for the weekends because he had school for the weekdays, and every time he would come home, he would just take care of the baby and I would want more rest. Sometimes he'd ask if I want to go out, you know, have some fun, have a date, or like have a family time, but I would just always choose to stay home and catch up and sleep because I was getting really weak. I was always sleepy. my head always hurt, and my mood was super bad. It's not like super bad that like I get mood swings, but really like my mood was always down. I stopped being my usual self. I stopped being as energetic. I stopped being as clingy, as sweet to my husband. My mom talked to me and she told me she noticed that I was starting to look more sick. This time she didn't even talk about how thin I was, but she was more concerned of how sick I was starting to look. She noticed that I was always in the bedroom trying to get rest because my head always hurt, and how I don't mingle with family anymore. She was very concerned. This touched my heart. This was starting to, give me a little push to do better in health and start hitting the gym and start eating better. But this wasn't the ultimate thing that got me going. But still, my mom decided to enroll me to a fitness program, a weight gain program. But to me, it seemed like it was too expensive. So I was grateful that she did that for me, but my plan was to really just finish the 2-week program and then continue living how I was living, because I told myself that I could not commit to this weight gain lifestyle just because weight gain is a lot more expensive than weight loss, and that wasn't the priority back then. And back then, investing on health and eating in the gym, it wasn't priority to me. So I told myself, okay, I'm gonna finish this program. I'm so grateful to my mom for doing this. I'm glad to have experienced this. I'm gonna stop for a while when I finish this, and then I'll just get back on track when it's more convenient for me, when we have more money. Just basically, I had all sorts of excuses. I told my mom about that plan and she didn't like it. I love how my mom always gives me the bitter truth than sugarcoat things. I forgot her exact words, but she straight up told me that I should invest more on health. It's not really for looking good that we're investing on, but for health. We actually spend more on hospital bills because I got sick a lot, and I forgot how she put it into words, but that time I remember getting so offended. I felt she came in too strong, and I was talking to Mark over the phone, and I was telling him, you know what, hun, I feel like mom doesn't understand me. I feel like she doesn't know my struggles, how financially I'm trying to save up, how I'm saving time as well. And of course, the next morning I realized that my mom was right. And then the next day, I took Tiziana upstairs to take a nap again. It was her nap time, and it was also my nap time because, like I said, I was always feeling sleepy, very weak. I'm not into playing, going out with family, with Mark, with Kazi. I just really like staying put because I had literally no energy. And so it was nap time, but for some reason during nap time, Tiziana didn't feel like napping, but I felt like napping. So Tiziana started crying, and then I got cranky. So I raised my voice and she cried. She was 11 months during this time, or 1 year old, I think. Okay, this is making me a bit emotional. And then she started to cry. And then I realized that my husband and my daughter is really missing out from getting the best version of me. I wanted to be a good wife, I wanted to be a good mom, but I wasn't even good to myself. And every time they were around, instead of being fully present, I was looking for a way out because I was always tired. I just didn't want to be like that anymore. When my daughter wants to play, I want to be able to go out and play. When my husband wants to go out on a date, I want to have the energy to still talk to him and go out and have fun with him. But I really wasn't able to do that anymore, and I realized that I want to stop being so cruel to myself, to my daughter, and to my husband. I want to be more present, and to be present, I need to be more healthy. Okay, I've collected myself again. Sorry, I looked so awkward. I was trying so hard not to cry, but it ended up looking even more awkward. Anyways, the next day I talked to my mom and I told her about this realization, and my mom's super sweet as always. She told me that she'd help me out. So she helped me out with getting more food, supplements, vitamins, everything that I needed. And then I registered myself to a small gym and started working out again. and slowly I started feeling better. Before even getting the actual results of gaining weight, I think about 3 days into eating healthy, I took Tiziana upstairs again to get our nap, and for some reason I couldn't sleep. I didn't feel sleepy. I just had the energy. I had like lots of good things in mind, like productive things in mind that I want to do. So I didn't sleep, and I was like, wow, this is the first time in many months that I do not feel heavy. I do not feel drowsy. I do not feel sick. So I super loved that feeling. Weight gain is actually slower than weight loss, but even if my progress was slow, I was very happy because I felt healthy and I was more present. But I still needed to get into my normal weight, so I still kept on eating a lot, but eating healthy. I was eating a lot, but I was sourcing them from healthy food. Even when I got back to school and school was really busy and I always had to study, had lots of quizzes, I still always made time to eat healthy and go to the gym. Eating healthy and going to the gym was my priority. And my main motivation has always been Tiziana and Mark. I want to be fully present. I want to have the energy. I want to be the best version of myself for them. So I really prioritized my health. And then eventually my results started to show, and I was very happy with the results that I was getting. But then life happened. I did my internship and hospital duties were very toxic. I got super tired, and with that reason and all other excuses that I had, I stopped working out. I started eating a lot, eating unhealthy, and I let it go again. For the very first time in my life, I became overweight. And being overweight is not even an issue. It was not the problem. The problem was how I felt inside. I was always sick. I had no energy. It was so hard to get out of bed. I was always catching my breath, always tired. And when I was doing my hospital duties and internship, the head of our department always had to check up on me because I was always sick. I always felt bad. And so again, I realized that I need to do something about it. I need to stop buying excuses. I need to carve time. I need to make time for health. I just wanted to start prioritizing health again, and life will always be busy. I'll always have something to do, but I always need to prioritize health because I can't do what I want to do if I'm not healthy. I can't go where I want to go if my body can't take me there. I could have the most beautiful things planned out, greatest dreams, but if I don't have the healthy body to take me there, it's all gonna be useless. I'm gonna be a doctor if I'm always sick. Basically, I started from being thin and then gaining a little and then gaining a lot and then losing it, and I started last year of April, and right now it's January of 2020. I've been consistent ever since. I haven't gotten my strength back. I used to lift a lot. A lot heavier than how I'm lifting now, but because I stopped for a while, I lost my strength, but it's coming back now. Super far from where I want to be, but also very far from where I used to be. I'm actually very happy with my progress, especially when it comes to upper body. My upper body is really stronger now, and it's a bit more toned than it used to be. My back is doing well as well. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy that I've gotten stronger and healthier. But I do want to bulk up more. I really want to have more muscle mass, look more toned, a bit more ripped. But for that to happen, I need to bulk up to build muscle and then cut after that. The girls I look up to, they're on the more bulkier side. Not very bulky, but more on the bulkier side. I really find them looking so strong. I adore them so much. But for my personal preference, I think I want to stay on the smaller frame, but I still need to bulk up so I could get more muscle mass. So those are my current goals. This is where I am now, and hopefully by the end of the year, leaner, more toned, stronger, more flexible, more disciplined, and definitely healthier. So that is my fitness story. Hope you enjoyed listening to me, and I'll share a lot more about my workout routine, what I do in the gym, how I prepare for the gym, what I eat, all that stuff in the coming videos. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.